Ladies and gentlemen, happy Friday and welcome to my mid-season NFL awards. Much like the prediction I had before the season started, I have the same 10 awards that I'm going to be re-handing out today, giving a little explanation as to why I think the players deserve the award, and I'm very curious to hear who you guys have, so feel free to let me know in the comments as well. Anyway, a couple of plugs as always. Don't forget to check out G Fuel, don't forget to check out Wego, and don't forget to use code WyattzWorld at sign up on Prize Picks, where you can guarantee yourself to win a free $50 with your first $5 entry. But as always, please remember to play responsibly, and let's get into the video. So starting off this video with a made-up award I always like to hand out, we have the Bust of the Year, the Flop of the Year. I want to say right now, Colston Loveland, you are really lucky for last week's game, because without that game, you would have absolutely claimed this award with flying colors. But I gotta keep it a bean. I think so far the most disappointing player this year has been Cam Ward. He has not been good. He has been no better than Will Levis. He's inaccurate, he makes foolish mistakes, he is a rookie, it's expected, but from the little I saw in college and from what I saw in preseason, I thought this guy was gonna be, a gunslinger. I thought he was gonna throw with conviction. When in reality, every time the guy drops back, it just looks like he's incredibly uncertain with what he wants to do or what he should do. Still time to turn it around, but Cam Ward, you have been very disappointing so far. Also, Matthew Golden, don't think I've forgotten about you. You're just lucky you weren't the first overall pick, and you're lucky your team's doing good, so it's easy to forget that you've been total dog shit. Now we've got the Most Improved Team Award, and you'd think with flying colors this would go to the Patriots, and I think they're definitely in contention, but I honestly think I have to give it to the Colts. Both of these teams are 7-2. Both of these teams have come back from looking like, a joke of a team last year, but the thing that strikes me with the Colts is how explosive their offense has been. They've scored 290 points so far this year. That's like 53 more points than the Patriots have gotten. On top of that, nobody's even close to the Colts as far as points scored. Colts are at 290, next closest is Dallas at 263. You gotta give it to the shoe here. You guys have turned it around, I think, more than any other team this year. Now moving on, we have the Breakout Player of the Year, and this is also going to go to a Colt, and it's kind of a toss-up. I want to give it to WyattzWorld. I know he was already good last year, but this year he's already blowing last year out of the water. The guy has 2 interceptions. I think he's got like 16, 17 pressures, double-digit hits on the quarterback, 5 sacks. He's without a doubt a key component to that defense. He's turning into an elite pass rusher, but if I have to give it to someone who I truly think has went from nothing into something, it's without a doubt Daniel Jones. Dude, 6 years this guy played in the league, and he was just average to terrible. Then he gets kicked off the Giants. I think a lot of people, including myself, kind of thought that was the end of him. Sits on the Vikings, ends up signing with the Colts this offseason, where he currently sits as the NFL passing leader. Yeah, he just had a rough game, but he's thrown up 14 touchdowns, highest completion percentage of his career, just below 70. Not to mention, he's also had 5 rushing touchdowns this year. You want to talk about WyattzWorld being a key component, a key figure in that defense. Well, Daniel Jones is just as equal, if not a bigger part of that team when it comes to their offense success this year. Daniel Jones, you're the Breakout Player of the Year. That'll bring us to Comeback Player of the Year. Now, I have 3 people here who I think all deserve it honorably, but I can only give it to one. So honorable mention, we have Aiden Hutchinson. Honorable mention, we have Dak Prescott. I think they've both bounced back massively. But this award truly deserves to go to one man, and that man is Christian McCaffrey. This guy, got traded to San Francisco, threw up one of the best years of his career. In the following season, only played 4 games due to lingering injuries that just never really healed. Where this year he comes back, throws up 596 yards, 4 touchdowns, and also catches for 626 yards and 4 more touchdowns within a span of 9 games. Over 9 games, this man has over 1,200 all-purpose yards, along with 8 touchdowns. I think Christian McCaffrey, without a doubt, deserves to be the Comeback Player of the Year. Difference between comeback and breakout, by the way. Comeback, you're injured. Breakout, well, you weren't hurt, but you just did a lot better than you previously did. I don't think Comeback Player of the Year makes sense when it's not coming from an injury. Like, what are you coming back from? Being ass? That'll bring us to Coach of the Year. Honorable mention to Liam Cohen. He's done a hell of a job in Jacksonville, but Mike Vrabel has been the best coach so far this year when it comes to, coming into a franchise, taking them from the bottom back to the top. And this is the 2nd time Mike Vrabel has done this with a team that before him really couldn't do much. Okay, I'm clearly talking about post-Belichick Patriots era here, not if I hear one fucking comment. Like, if there's honestly anybody out there who questions Mike Vrabel right now, and if there's anybody out there who thinks that the Titans were right for moving on from them, I don't see your argument. I literally don't. He is a proven, established, elite coach. Mike Vrabel, your coach of the year so far. Now moving on, we have Defensive Rookie of the Year, and this was a weird one. I had to really look and dig because I feel like there's been no defensive rookies that have actually just been exploding. However, I read a statistic on Mr. Abdul Carter that leads me to believe he has a very, very good opportunity to win this. Now, while it's been pointed out that he has not been great against the run, Abdul Carter currently has 34 pressures. No other rookie has more than 17. He also has 20 quick pressures, which means you are helping blow up a play before it even forms. No other rookie has more than 9 of those. Also, Carter is 3rd in the NFL when it comes to that stat, only being behind Will Anderson and Nick Bonito. He's not a stat padding guy, he's not a sack machine, but statistically he has been one of the most productive defensive rookies in football so far. And that'll bring us to the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year, and I have a grin on my face because people are going to hate this one. You know, Jackson Dart is probably the leading candidate in everybody's eyes, or most people's eyes, because rightfully so, he has played a great season so far. But like other rookies, he has been far from perfect. And Jackson Dart also has not played every game this season. I think Tyler Warren is another one who is in contention for this award. I think he has shown an immediate impact to that Colts offense and heavily helped them drive down the field in time of need. Another guy that I think is deserving is Egbuka. The problem I have with Egbuka is as explosive as he is, he's got a pretty brutal catch rate, dude. He'll get like 9 targets, 12 targets, and haul in 3 or 4 of the passes. I think he's been good, but I think he's been spotty. My Offensive Rookie of the Year, believe it or not, is Ashton Jeanty. I think he has been very underrated this year. I think he's been very slept on, very swept under the rug. Dude, this guy has played on one of the most miserable, shittiest offenses and teams in the league. And through 9 games, he is sitting at just under 700 total yards and 7 total touchdowns. This guy has broken 20 tackles this year. He averages 8 yards after the catch. I think he has shown extreme speed, extreme elusiveness, extreme athleticism. I've heard some people bagging on him. I'm gonna be real, man. I don't think Ashton Jeanty has done a bad job at all this year. Matter of fact, like I said, I think right now he's my Offensive Rookie of the Year. Now moving on, we have the Defensive Player of the Year, and you know, I've heard names floating around like Micah Parsons, who is currently the leader in odds, and then there's Myles Garrett, who is always a safe option. Again, I like to be a little different here. I'm gonna go with the guy who's not only the sack leader right now, but all around one of the most disruptive players in football right now on the defensive side of things, and that's Brian Burns off of the Giants. I mean, 9 games, he has 11 sacks, 15 quarterback hits, 14 tackles for a loss, 21 pressures. He's also got 2 forced fumbles, 5 passes defended. This guy can read plays, this guy can wreck an O-line, and if he was on a winning team right now, you would be seeing his face plastered all over the NFL. I like to root for the underdog sometimes. Brian Burns, right now, I think you deserve to be the Defensive Player of the Year. Now we've got Offensive Player of the Year, and man, I was fighting for my life to give this to JSN. I really think he deserves it right now. He has been so consistently dominant all year long. Out of 8 games, in 6 of them, he has had over 8 receptions in 100 yards. 4 of the last games in a row, by the way. 948 yards, 4 touchdowns. I mean, it's unbelievable for this point in the year, but I can't give it to him because, damn it, Jonathan Taylor. When you run for 900 yards, averaging just under 6 yards a carry and scoring 12 touchdowns halfway through the season, okay, take it. You're good, man. Fuck off. Keep in mind, he also has 2 receiving touchdowns and 200 receiving yards. He's averaging the highest success rate in his career by over 10% right now. Everything he does is monumental yardage, it seems, aside from pretty much 1 week. He's broken 23 total tackles on the year. He's only averaging 99 yards a game, which actually shocks me, but like I said, when you're throwing up constant numbers and constant production like Jonathan Taylor is, not only are you the Offensive Player of the Year, you're damn near the MVP. Now moving on to the last award, we have the MVP, and I mean, this is a close one right now. I think Patrick Mahomes honestly probably is in contention for it outside of last week. Josh Allen's been having a great year. Jonathan Taylor, like I just mentioned, he should definitely be in this conversation, but I've said this for weeks now and I still stand by it. Sadly, the MVP right now is no question Drake May. I mean, the guy is throwing for 2,200 yards, 17 touchdowns, 4 picks, while completing 74% of his passes. Again, he also runs the ball, 270 yards, 2 touchdowns. touchdowns on top of his passing. I mean, not only does this guy have the highest completion percentage in the league, he has the highest passer rating in the league right now currently. He is so smart, so precise with where he places the football. He knows when to hold it. He knows when to get rid of it. The guy's got eyes in the back of his head. He's also got the Mahomes and Allen escapability where the play is just never dead with Drake May out there. He'll run around figure-eighting, zigzagging, and then he'll throw a ball up and drop a perfect dime in a basket. Just insultingly close enough to the defender where they think they can get it, but they can't. Right now, I'm seeing like Aaron Rodgers mixed with Mahomes, mixed with Josh Allen. That's who I'm seeing with Drake May. He adds so much of a spark to that team. It's disgusting. I hate talking about it. Drake May, you're the MVP. And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for my NFL mid-season awards. Like I said, drop your takes below because I love to see them. Also, if you guys enjoyed this video and you want to show support, please do it because you know I appreciate any and all help. However, in the meantime, I'm going to get this whipped up so you guys can watch it on time, get a great start to your weekend. I hope you all have a safe weekend. And as always, I will see you in the next video.